A conference on local responses to community conflicts in Northern Lebanon has been held this weekend. The conference was the final event of a 21-month project funded by the European Union and the Dutch Embassy in Beirut and implemented by Partners for Demographic Change International in partnership with local NGO Peace Labz. Non-state actors in 6 different localities in the north have been supported to establish sustainable systems and structures for short and long-term interventions to prevent conflict and address the consolidation of civil peace through local cohesion. The event brought together local community conflict mediators, national representatives from several ministries, international donors, and local and international peace-building agencies. Different models of local conflict mitigation practices were showcased, and several key points were addressed, mainly how to achieve a sustainable model for peace. So many speakers have mentioned that the underlying cause of the problems here are a lack of resources. And so I wanted to ask if some of the EU funds are actually allocated to address these problems.
Well, we have with the local authorities, with the authorities of Lebanon, we agree a program, and there are some funds which are commonly, which is the programmed envelope, and we call it the programmable aid. And this is discussed commonly with the authorities and implemented with either with contractors or with consultants and with ONGs who are implementing grants projects. But the European Union has also other means of interventions which are not discussed and coordinated with directly with the beneficiary country. These are envelopes being made available directly from Brussels, and they address the kind of problems you have mentioned.
We really had the chance to watch how the trust have grown during the project. It was at the beginning it was so difficult for us to be accepted, like active locally in communities, coming from Europe, and then we really understand that we need time, and we had to demonstrate that we were really interested in helping people raise their voice and working locally.
What are the main challenges you've been facing during this project?
There are so many challenges, of course. Basically, building the trust with the communities. It takes a lot of time to present the project, to explain it, but also to get them on board of it. So getting them to trust the process, to trust the outcomes and the possible outcomes of it was definitely one of the key challenges that we were facing.
How optimistic are you about achieving peace in the north and in the whole country for that matter?
Well, about achieving peace, if we look at it as a pill that we can, swallow and everything is going to be fine, then I think I'll be very much devastated and forever disappointed. But if we look at peace as something to be built for the next coming 100 or 200 years, I think we can start building something much more sustainable, something much more longer term. So in my case, I'm very much optimistic, not necessarily for the next, coming years, but definitely for the many years to come.
What inspired you to launch this project?
Well, basically the current influx of additional conflicts that our society is witnessing today and will most likely be witnessing in the future has definitely been a key motivator for us to actually work on this type of projects. There was something very important that motivated this type of work. That is the lack of initiatives on the local level to bring people together to talk and to discuss. And since the rift is at times growing wider amongst the different communities, sometimes within the same community, we thought that the best way to promote this type of immunity against conflicts within our communities is to get people talking to each other and building dialogue mechanisms for them to be together and to discuss their problems, to collectively try to tackle problems that so far have been tackled rather on the individual level.
Would you think that so far this project has been successful?
I would say so. But again, it's all about the mindset that governs how we are looking at things. So if we're looking at the current short-term immediate results, we tend to think that they are important for the continuation of such an initiative. But again, it's not a 2 or 3 year project. For us, it's a vision for Peace Labz, our organization. It's something that we have built our organization around so that we keep working on this for the many, many years to come, but most importantly, to promote cooperation and collaboration amongst those who are working in the same field, because without that, we will never be able to maximize the very little resources that are available in the peace building field in Lebanon.